August 2nd and 3rd. Those are the dates. It's the workshops. Larry's taking a little break here, but
I'm enjoying life, baby.
There's a reason why they're so well attended, though.
Yeah.
Because I do think a lot of us are approaching, that time in our lives when either mom or dad, or perhaps you're trying to get ahead of it for yourself, need answers.
Yeah.
And that's what you provide. So what kind of things will you discuss at the workshops?
One of the things that we really talk about at the workshop is trying to dissuade people from the barbershop law. We talk about that a lot. And Brian, who drove down from Cincinnati this morning, remember he did a pop-in?
What did he hear?
Well, he was okay. He was actually on the phone on a conference. I only met him this morning. He knew me because I'm Larry Weiss. He knew me. I didn't know he was. Well, you feel it. You're a celebrity, right? I mean, you're the nth degree celebrity.
I don't feel it.
Oh, stop it! Come on, John Ramsey. You may be selling, but I ain't buying.
I look like Wally on Leave It to Beaver. That's who they
No, don't minimize your good looks, John.
Yeah, okay.
Please, I won't let you do it. I won't let you do it. I don't care if it's a tape delay. I won't let you do it.
I'll zip it.
Yeah. So Krista, the sister-in-law, was there, and she was like, "Well, but I understand there's this 5-year, and we should have done something more than 5 years ago." And I said, "No, Krista, that's barbershop law. Okay, that 5-year look back that people hear about has nothing to do with husband and wife. Nothing to do with husband and wife. There's no transfer penalty between husband and wife. That's what allows the attorney, Steve Langdon, the elder law superstar attorney, and he is worthy of that moniker, elder law superstar attorney, because he knows those legal nuances when filing for benefits so the husband and wife can keep everything. Because the 5-year look back, that whole 5-year penalty nonsense does not apply to husband and wife. So that's one of the biggest things is, people watching today or in other times on the program, they'll be dismissive. Well, I already talked to, whoever it was in my barbershop law, beauty shop law said, well, you might be getting wrong advice. And, except for coming out for an hour or so, on August 2nd or 3rd, you might just learn something. You'll certainly be entertained. But so many people are operating under the barbershop law, and it's really devastating. It's devastating. Like I said earlier,
it's costing you dollars.
Yeah, and it's crazy. And people, a lot of times they're drained, they're resigned, whatever. I'll keep writing the checks, and then when I go broke, I'll just deal with it then. It's completely unnecessary. Because the other thing people don't understand is, even if you spin down to the minimums required of $2,000, that in no way guarantees that you're going to be successful in getting benefits. That just means you can now make an application. Who knows if they're going to approve it or not? The state may come back and look at a transfer on a vehicle 3 years ago. There's your 5-year. And say, what happened to this car? We need to ensure it was sold for fair market value and all this nonsense. And so people, especially for people that are down to $20,000 or $30,000, where it's like, well, there's not that much. I guess I'll just spend it at the nursing home and let the business office manager file the application. Well, what happens is they file the application because they went ahead and just resigned themselves to spend the last $20,000 or $30,000, and then they let the business office manager file it. And then the business office manager comes back and says, what's this $28 a month that's debited to ABC Insurance Company? And the family kind of has deer in the headlights and go, well, that's for their life insurance. And now we've got a problem because it has a $7,000 death benefit, but a cash value of $5,200. You're not getting Medicaid.
Wow.
Because you're a resource.
Protect that. And why would you, just go ahead and say, okay, I accept the fact that I've got to give up $30,000. For those who are trying to do...
With no guarantee that you'll get benefits.
Wow.
Because of these other things that people aren't aware of. Know one thing and do it well. I'm blessed. I still have both my parents. Like I said, my mom's kind of starting to have, the number 2 issue with some, pre-crisis planning or things like that. But, Dad said, know one thing and do it well. This is what I do. I don't do windows. I don't really deal with trucks to any large degree. I'm not that masculine for that. But I do asset planning for Medicaid. Took you a while to get that one, didn't it?
I did. You just delivered it so well. That's what I loved. I enjoyed the delivery.
Live television, baby. Well,
pre-planning. For those who are wanting to do this, pre-planning sounds attractive so that you don't burden your children with this.
King Mike.
Yeah, so if you do this, what kind of things would you recommend for someone who's trying to do some pre-planning? Can you give them, maybe, you don't have to give them the entire recipe here, but what kind of things would you recommend they do now?
They need to come to the workshop. I mean, I know it's kind of a very passive answer, but
there's a lot of info.
Really, it is. I mean, the benefit is Steve Langdon, an elder law superstar attorney. He is in private practice. He files and works in both sides of the river, Indiana, Kentucky, federal, state court. This is what he does. He does not take no for an answer. He works outside of his law office. And I find so many other attorneys, they work in their office. They deal with paperwork, but they don't get out in the trenches. And unless you deal with Medicaid every day, you're not going to be up to speed on this stuff, and Steve is. So if you're thinking of pre-planning, like King Bob, No, not King Bob. King Mike and John. See, his name is John, but they go by Mike. But either way, he's called King, Bob, or Mike in Borden. It's kind of a depraved
I like
reason.
This guy.
I love his wife a lot more.
On the other end of the spectrum, okay, we talked about pre-planning. What if there's someone out there who's watching and says, it's too late for me. We're already going through 7 months, $7,000 a month. I don't think Larry can help me at this point. Can you help them?
Absolutely, and that's what I was just talking about a moment ago, is those are the people that need to call 855-LARRY-55 or just go to freeworkshop.com and come into the workshop. Because those are the people that are most precarious. Because, if you're sitting on a couple $100,000, I guess you can figure it out yourself if you want. You've got a little time. But for the people that have $20,000, $30,000, and $40,000, you don't have a lot of time. And those are the people that I was saying earlier, John, a lot of times they'll just have an air of resignation, throw their hands up and go, well, we're almost broke anyway, we'll just spend it. But that does not mean you will get benefits. That does not mean you will qualify. You still have to go through the whole process. I mean, that's why I've got 2 and 3 people at the office that do nothing but paperwork collection, because we need to file about this thick before we ever hand it off to the law firm for them to file for the Medicaid.
We're going to show the information again for the workshops that are coming up August 2nd, August 3rd.
Yep.
And for those who go to these workshops, they like the information, they like what they hear, and they want a one-on-one meeting. You can make that happen afterwards.
And that's what we do, right? We make ourselves available. We have what we call a schedule day where we make available, and of course we'll disclose that at the workshop, because Steve and I, with his calendar and mine, we calendar out for the whole year. Elijah, my IT logistics guy, we were actually at the Hilton Garden Inn yesterday dealing with Debbie, planning our 22 calendar. That's how far out we go on this. Well, dates and stuff are moving and stuff. So, yeah, I mean, it's very easy. It's very easy to simply make the effort to protect what you spend a lifetime working for.
All right, Elder Advisors will be right back on Wave 3 Listens.